most importantly, who you will find. Godspeed. Kirk Cameron. Introduction. Telling the world my secret. To say I planned on telling the world my secret would be a lie. I didn't have some grand desire to reveal what I had only recently discovered but had been hiding ever since. It was January 2016, and I was working at a Christian nonprofit called I Am Second. If you don't recognize the name, chances are you'd recognize the work. They're the ones that use a white chair, a single overhead light, a dark room, and dramatic music to tell gripping stories of some of the most famous celebrities and athletes in recent memory. Everyone from Clayton Kershaw to Chip and Joanna Gaines. The stories are intimate, deep, and personal. They are stories of hitting rock bottom, stories of immense pain, and ultimately, stories of true hope. It was being around those stories that I think led me to open up in the way that I did and tell my own. My role at the organization was to develop written content to publish between video releases, as well as to oversee any writing related to the videos, descriptions, marketing language, anything that would support and highlight the powerful stories. I cultivated a team of freelancers who were producing some incredible content for us on our blog. One writer in particular got extremely vulnerable, talking about her depression, her loneliness, and even her suicidal thoughts as she navigated life as a young woman in New York City. After reading and editing one of her stories, I was, I guess you could say, a little convicted. Here you are asking other people to bare their souls, and you know you're holding out, I told myself. So one afternoon, I went for it. I didn't tell anyone beforehand, not even my wife. I just started writing. Words, thoughts, and ideas came flooding out. What resulted was one of the most honest pieces of writing I had produced to that point. The title was just as honest. It's time to tell the world my secret. And here's how it started. We talk a lot about being real, raw, and relatable around the I Am Second office. I'm about to be more real and raw than I planned on being when I first started working here. As I sit here writing this, I'm a little tired. Not because it's 3:15 in the afternoon, but because I took my medication at lunch. My medication makes me tired. That's why I usually try to take it at night. And that's part of the reason there are days I go to bed at 7:30 p.m. I say part of the reason because the truth is I also have an 8-month-old daughter who likes to get up anywhere from 4:30 to 5:30 a.m. See, I have a secret that I've kept from a lot of people. I've told close friends and family, but I still have a fear about coworkers, bosses, and others knowing. I think the big reason is I don't want anyone to ever use the excuse, "Oh, that's just the blank talking," or, "Oh, you're acting that way and feel that way because of the blank." But something has been happening lately. Karis Rogerson has been taking space on this blog to be vulnerable about her struggles. She's incredible. She's inspiring. She's challenged us to talk about our problems so that they can't control us. And I thought it time to follow her lead. Likewise, the newest member of the I Am Second team, Caitlin McCoy, vowed to get really vulnerable with you. I respect that. A lot. And what better way to hold her to that than to put myself out there too? So want to know what medication I take? It's called fluoxetine. You probably know it as its name brand equivalent, Prozac. It's a popular antidepressant. I don't struggle with depression. In fact, a lot of people say I'm one of the most joyful people they've met. Those words about not having depression, by the way, were written before I, had depression. And before I understood that appearing happy wasn't a way to ward it off. But fluoxetine can also be used to treat some other things. Those other things include anxiety and obsessive compulsive disorder. I have been diagnosed with anxiety and OCD. You have no idea what's going on inside me right now admitting that to the world, to my bosses, to everyone I work with, have worked with, and will work with. I still feel a little something inside of me when I reread those words. Not fear, not dread, but emotion. Admitting you have anxiety and OCD or any type of mental health issue is terrifying. If I'm honest, every once in a while something happens that makes me wonder if it was the best decision.